Alright, so today I'm going to be talking a bit about hinge cuts and some good ways that you can use them on your property to enhance the habitat for deer. Hinge cuts are a useful thing, especially when you're trying to do some TSI and create more bedding areas and better browse for deer. They have their advantages, and they're definitely useful in some scenarios, but other times they're not so useful. I'm going to give a couple examples. Today I went through and just for video sake, went and did some hinge cuts with my buddy Carl, and we did some poplar that had grown up super thick, and poplar is not one of the best trees you can hinge because a lot of the smaller trees tend to snap when you do the cut and push them at the hinge, which isn't great because then the tree dies and doesn't allow for any browse or growth of the tree anymore. It's dead. So you want to try to do softer trees when you're hinging, and one of the biggest things in a failure for hinges is not reducing enough canopy so that the new growth can take over. A lot of people just do small pockets, like in the video that I did, that was a small pocket. However, there is just enough canopy reduced there and not a ton of larger trees, so it will get some growth. The reduction of the canopy is a big thing. Without that, you're not going to get any light to the ground and no new growth. Therefore, it's just a monoculture of brush on the ground, and the deer do not want that. So that's one of the biggest fails that I see when it comes to hinge cutting, is not doing a large enough scale and then not cleaning up after yourself. The deer don't want to be stuck in a bed and only have one exit or entrance route into that bed. They really want to have different access paths to and from that bed so that they can get in and out clearly. I'll give an example of that. In this picture you can see that they did a lot of hinging in a small area. They definitely got enough sunlight to the ground in this photo, but in my opinion they left it way too messy for the deer. The deer are not going to want to use a lot of these spots just because they don't have an entrance and exit route to these areas. It looks cool. It might work a little bit for rabbits and smaller game, but for deer I just can't see that a mature buck would want to use something like this. Hinge cutting, it's a great thing. It needs to be done with precautions. One that I take is always having the hinge cutting tool, which is it's a bar with teeth on it basically that allows you to push the tree any direction that you'd prefer the tree to fall. It's got different settings on it, so you don't have to stand close to the tree to reduce your chances of getting hit by a kick out or a widowmaker is what they call it. If you don't have this tool, I don't recommend doing hinge cuts, and it can be very dangerous if you do them. But yeah, make sure to get out there this spring, and if you have a scenario where you want to do hinge cuts instead of having a logger come in, that's another reason to use them. Is if you just have a small 2-3 acre area you want to do, loggers aren't going to want to come in and do that. That's where you can go in with a chainsaw, do hinge cuts, and really improve your bedding areas in these cases. Thank you guys for watching the video. I got plenty more coming out. Just getting started into this, and I feel like I've got great advice for a lot of people. I've got proven success for myself and my family. So make sure to subscribe and put the notifications on, because I'm going to be pumping out weekly videos like this, and then I'm going to also do property consultations with some previous properties that I've done. I'm going to give examples, and hopefully at some point I'll be doing a weekly or once every 2 week video some one of your guys' properties that you would like me to design up a plan for, and show everybody how it's done, and how to make and lay out a property. But thanks for watching, guys.